our endurance the salient virtue. And Paul let us know the importance of endurance. In the book of Romans chapter 5 verse 3 to 5, Paul writes, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope, and hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us." So then we can simply say that endurance is the ability to hang on when it seems the easier thing to do is to let go. Many people are blessed with certain attributes, but endurance jumps to the forefront for success in any endeavor. Endurance is the key that keeps us from giving up and letting go. So then we can also say that endurance is the power of going on in spite of difficulties. Endurance is the synonym of determination, the synonym of perseverance. It is a synonym of tenacity. We can also say that endurance is the synonym of stamina. And you see, when we use endurance, and you see, when endurance is used in the Bible, it means to abide under. It means to bear up courageously, and to tarry or wait. And the Bible considers endurance a priority. Paul expressed its importance in character development. And not only that, but we also rejoice in our afflictions, because we know that affliction produces endurance. Endurance produces proven character, and proven character produces hope. This hope does not disappoint, because God's love has been poured out in our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given unto us. And then we see the writer of Hebrews also knew that perseverance was mandatory in the pursuit of character. For you knew endurance, so that after you've done God's will, you may receive what was promised. But then if we look at endurance, we also reminded that as we look at endurance, that there are practical secrets that will enable you or enable anybody to develop perseverance. And one of the notable characteristics that will help you or enable you to develop perseverance or endurance is the ability to accept the unchangeable. In other words, you got to learn to accept those things in life that cannot be changed. Endurance is the courageous acceptance of everything life can do to us and the transmitting of even the worst event into another step on the way up. But let's face it, my people. Let's face it. Let's face it. Some events and circumstances are inevitable. Some things in life is sometimes life is not fair, and at least that's what people say. Injustices creep into everyone's arena. Sometimes in one way or the other, we fall out of unlocked airplane doors. But you know, it helps us to remember that God is in charge of our lives. His desire for us is to grow in the likeness of His Son. So whatever enters our life, unfavorable circumstances, tragic events, or irritating people, is for the development of character, be it good or bad, or indifferent, or our response to life's irritant forms our character. And sometimes when you come to think of endurance, consider the oyster and its pearls provide a beautiful picture of a positive response to life irritants. Do you know that the pearl is a product of pain? An alien substance or a grain of sand slips inside the oyster's shell. On the entry of that foreign irritant, all the resources within the tiny sensitive oyster rush to the spot and begin to release healing fluids that otherwise would have been dormant. Then eventually the irritant is covered and the wound healed by a pearl. And you know, no other gem has so fascinating a history. It is the symbol of stress. The other gem, it is the symbol of stress. The precious tiny jewel is conceived through irritation, born of adversity. And had there not been no warning, no irritation, irritating interruption, there would have been no pearl. And someone rightfully understood this as he paraphrased James 1:2-4. When all kinds of trials crowd into your lives, my brothers, don't resent them as intruders, but welcome them as friends. Realize that they have come to test your endurance, but let the process go on until that endurance is fully developed, and you will find you have become men and women of mature character. So somebody out there, no matter what you're going through, no matter the challenges, no matter the circumstances that you're going through, I encourage you, endure. Endure. Endurance is the quality of success. Come hell or hot water, endure. Because endurance is the key that leads us to a better life. Endure somebody, no matter what, keep enduring.